So we
Yep.
won't be the only one with talented running backs on the field. San Diego State will look different than how they've looked in the past. They're led by freshman quarterback Danny O'Neal, and he had a decent week last week as well. It's also hard to really glean much from a blowout victory against Texas A&M Commerce. I think it might say a little bit that they struggled in the first half a bit more than we did. But also, like, I don't want to say we didn't struggle in the first half, particularly the first quarter. So yeah, I don't know what I want to revisit the predictions we laid last week, and we're going to do this every week where we revisit the previous predictions. JP had Oregon State winning, the only one predicting 2 possessions, but winning by 28-17. You had 28-24. I had 21-16. And seeing that both teams will probably try to run the ball a lot, and we can't really tell much about either defense, I think JP wants to call this bet or bail on the previous prediction. I'm betting on mine. I still like OSU 21, San Diego State 16. I think that's kind of going to be, it's always interesting when both teams want to run similar tempo and that tempo is a bit slower. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that is in hand with what could actually play out at Snapdragon Stadium next Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm going to bet with mine too. I think 28-24 sounds about right. I will say, if Gundy opens up the playbook, which I really hope that he doesn't have to, but he might. And if he does, I could see this offense exploding.
Yeah.
But I don't think that is going to be what the game plan is. I mean, you treat every game like it's your last, right? And
Sure.
So I don't think that Gundy's holding back necessarily for Oregon, but I do think that there is some understanding, like forward looking, that look, Oregon, and we talked about it over the weekend, Oregon has more talent than Oregon State. That's just like facts, right? The talent is there. It's what you can do with it. So, the Oregon, you know what you're going to get. You know the type of plays that they're going to run. If Gundy can keep a veil over the playbook as much as he can at San Diego State, it gives you that much more of an edge against your rival and clearly the best opponent that you're going to be playing all season. And I think there has to be some of that taken into consideration. So I do think that Gundy is going to try to run the ball as much as he can. I think we'll see a couple wrinkles in there that we didn't see against Idaho State, but for the most part, I think you're going to see a lot of read options. I think you're going to see hopefully a few more RPOs. But that's pretty much what you're going to see against San Diego State.